Marcella, I'm so excited to talk to you about your energetic signature reading. So when I went into your energy field, I heard at first some hand drums that were being played, and then I saw a lot of people who were dancing kind of in this circle, and I said, oh, this is very tribal. And your higher self said, yes, you were part of one of the original tribes in Australia. And I said, oh, how exciting. Okay, the original persons of the land. And when I saw you dancing, you were a woman in this incarnation, and you had this bracelet, or multiple bracelets actually, that you had on, and they had these tassels that were on them, and they had these really small seashells. And when you were doing this, it was really cute because all of them were kind of like swinging all around all the shells, and they were ceremonial bracelets. And now that I'm thinking about it, because in the moment there was a lot going on, so when I just asked your higher self what those were for, she said that you can actually envision that you are putting these bracelets on, almost like Wonder Woman bracelets, and that will help you feel that connection with your tribe members. And I was speaking to this different version of yourself. She invited me to come into one of the home spaces, her home space, and she had me sit at one of the tables, and then she was making bread, and it wasn't bread, it was their version of bread. I don't have the specific name on it though. So I was sitting, and I was eating. I was like, oh, this is delicious, thank you so much, this is a great honor. And I was asking her why she was deciding to come forward today, because when we have different incarnations, sometimes they need help from us, or they want to help us with something, or help activate gifts, or give us a message. And she said, for you, in this incarnation, she needs to journey to meet her ancestors of the land. And so I'm not sure if you have done a shamanic journey with self before. I have a feeling that you have, though, because when I was looking at your energy fields, it was giving that. That we do have an idea of how to do that, or maybe you do that already, but you can simply go into meditation and request to speak with this different version of yourself, or you can go on YouTube and find guided meditations for shamanic journeying. Either way will work. But I have a feeling that it's something that you're going to intuitively know how to do. I was asking her why she wanted you to do this, and she said we need to give her a book. And when she said we, she meant this book that had been passed down through the ancestral lineages that had encapsulated a lot of their knowledge and wisdom. And so it wasn't just the persons who were alive during that incarnation. It went very far back in the ancestral history. And I asked if I could look at the book, and she said yes. And so at the table, she opened it. And when I say a book, it wasn't necessarily the books that we have now. Okay, it was this like type of like parchment that was made out of like fibrous materials and like bound together. And when I was looking on the pages, it wasn't words that was on there, it was all of these different symbols. And then she told me it's a healing language, and I said, oh, that's great. And what it looked like, the actual texts or the symbols in the book looked very much like light language codes. And I'm going to show you a picture here. This is one that I found on Instagram, and it's for deeper love. So this is a type of light code symbol, okay? Yours are a little bit different. They said that yours are actually earth codes, and it doesn't exactly look like this, okay? This is just an example for the context. There are so many different ones of these, and a way that you can actually unlock these symbols and have them come through is by going on Instagram or going on Pinterest and finding earth code symbols. Those are not going to be as prevalent as light code symbols from what I've seen in my journey. And so even if you're looking at light code symbols, yours are earth codes, but it will still activate and unlock these things within you. And then I was asking how you're going to utilize these. If you so choose, you have autonomy over your body. You don't have to do these things, but if you want to. And I saw your energy body walk over to the table and put your hand over the book. and all of this energy was transmitting up into your hands, and you had all of these symbols start to crawl off of the pages and then go all over your body. Okay, they look like tattoos everywhere. And this different version of yourself, the Aboriginal woman, said that you are a carrier of the written texts, and these symbols are encoded in ancient magic. Okay, back from the old world. This is a remembrance of things that people have lost. And so with these symbols, she said that you can weave them into your Reiki, which I think you're a Reiki practitioner. I saw you left the notes, Choku-rei. Oh my gosh, Choku-rei. And I was like, oh, okay, she's probably a Reiki practitioner. She said that you can create art with them. I have a friend who puts them on different types of clothing, and she weaves them into her different type of galactic portraits that she does for people. And you can also create tattoos for people, like not actually put them on other persons, but there is a light code practitioner who does that, and she creates symbols for people specifically with their different type of energy bodies, or things that they are wanting to amplify in their life, or to help them with certain remembrances, and she offers that as a service, and then people go and take them to get tattooed, or utilize them in whatever way that they would like. Obviously they can create art and put it up on their wall, or or whatever they choose to do. There was a symbol in the book that was really piquing my interest, and I walked over and I said, oh, what's this one? And she said, oh, that's a symbol for dog. And I said, of course it is, because I worked with dogs for a really long time. I had a doggy daycare for many years. And I said, of course. And she said, touch it. And when I did, all of a sudden I was viewing myself as a wolf. And I said, oh, interesting. And she said, close your eyes. And as soon as I did, I was running through the woods as a wolf. And what I wrote was, I feel strong, agile, and free. It was such an amazing feeling. And when I got done running, I found my pack of wolves. And all of a sudden, I remembered that I had a past incarnation as a wolf. And that's why I am so drawn to dogs, and why I ended up working with them in this incarnation as well. Maybe not in their ancestral form. I was working with like pugs and Yorkies and like golden doodles and things like that. But of course, they still have that archetype within them. And the reason that she wanted me to go through that process is because she wanted me to tell you that's what these symbols help with. They help people remember lost parts of themselves. They've had different incarnations having to do with the symbols, or if they want to call on the symbols to help them gain certain abilities, or certain strengths, or certain personality traits. It's a type of shamanic practice is what this is. Shamanic channeling for others. So there's already this book full of symbols that you can download and help other persons with, but then also you have the ability to create your own symbols and add into the book, because it's a part of your ancestral lineage gift. Okay, like everybody has been pouring into it and expanding it. And there will be people who come after you, okay, in this ancestral lineage that will also utilize this book as well. In order to access the gift, with the way the soul contracts work, you have to go in and give them permission. Like, hey, I want to receive this in my Akashic field. So again, she was saying to go in a shamanic journey and ask to speak with the ancestors of the land, the Aboriginal tribe that you're a part of, so that they can give you this information and encode it into your energy fields. And then you can obviously work with her one-on-one as well in meditation, so she can teach you the ways, okay, the ways of the land, and also ancient magic. And so I want to thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I hope you have an amazingly magical day.